Okay, darlings, who is ready for a glamorous, riotous New Year's Eve? Not me. I am dressed up exclusively for you. I will be spending New Year's Eve in the living room with my family, maybe some chicken wings, Twilight Zone marathon, something like that. And yeah, this is some seltzer. We're having some seltzer. It's been that kind of year, right? Let's hope for better. We've got some bright spots in 2021. Namely, this is the year I got into some perfumes. So I thought it might be fun to wrap up 21 by going through my full perfume collection once again with a lot of new additions. And additionally, I will now be ranking them. I would like to set up some stakes here. I want to say and whoever comes in the bottom, I will not be, I'll declutter them. I will not be bringing them into 22 with me. But I'm not going to do that. First of all, because I'm feeling pretty confident about what I have in my collection at the moment. I think overall, I've got a really strong collection, and I don't want to start off on that kind of negative beat. And there's always time for second chances. That's what New Year's is about, right? So instead, what we'll do is we will crown the queen of 21, the fragrance, and we will have an underdog, and we'll see what happens with that underdog in 2022. A few other rules that we're going to be setting up. I said my full collection, but I'm not going to be including any decants, samples, things like that. I will not be counting anything that I already said I was going to declutter and have decluttered from my collection that you already know is not a win for me. Like Juliet has a gun, not included. That's not fair. And additionally, my Jo Malone collection. Obviously, that's a big component of my collection, but I've already ranked those for you. There's a lot of them. So I just left that whole collection out, and we'll focus on full bottles and travel sprays of the rest of my collection. And there's some new guys in here too. So if you have watched my full collection, there'll be some surprises in there. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm gonna chug this. I will be getting rid of this beautiful fur because I don't want it to get perfume on it. And we will start our ranking. All right, rules. What are the rules? Okay, so I thought about which categories I wanted to include for my ranking here, and I thought about what was important to me. So the first category is going to be the overall enjoyment of the scent. So that's going to be so subjective, but I'm going to go to my personal taste. How well does this perfume's scent profile align with my personal perfume loves? And that's a pretty meaty category. Then my second one is going to be on the longevity and projection. And I'm bulking those together. I know they're not the same. Sometimes you'll get a long-lasting skin scent, and sometimes you'll get, a very brief perfume, but it'll project while it's there. So I know that's not the same, but I am going to group that together just for the sake of these rankings. And then my third category is going to be the wearability. So there's some here that I really enjoy the scent. It lasts a long time, but I don't reach for it that much, so it could lose some points there. In addition, I'm going to have the ability to add a bonus point. So if I've got something that's just really extraordinary in a particular category, I'm going to reserve the right to add an additional point onto each of the categories, but my standard ranking is going to be 1, 2, or 3. 1 being, I guess, or 0. I might have some zeros, right? A 0, and then it doesn't perform at all in a category, and then 1 being minimal performance, 2 being mediocre, 3 being fabulous, and then, as I said, the ability to add a bonus point if it comes to that. I have not done this in advance. We're doing it on the fly, so hopefully it works out and we get a nice ranking here. I'm also going to be using my kind of annoying to write with Louboutin pen. I don't know. I'm going to get frustrated with it. And here we go. Where are we starting? Let's move this way. And actually, we'll start with a new guy. So this is a new one to my collection. I just got it for Christmas. So it's going to probably benefit from me being super excited for it. So this is Givenchy, L'Intertit. I can't know that. I know that's way off. I pronounced this I'm not wasting time on it, And this is the Rouge one. And it's great. I haven't done a full review on this one yet, so I feel kind of bad moving through quickly, but I also don't want to spend a ton of time since we are doing the full collection. But basically, I get a jasmine vanilla out of it. it's something special. The bottle is great. It's really hefty. And I think it's a really fabulous, everyday kind of scent and has a personality to it. I think this is one that would be a very good signature scent for people. Don't want to spend a lot of time reviewing, but okay. All right, so let's do categories. All right, so what are we going to give it for overall scent profile? I'm going to give it a 3. Again, it's benefiting because it's new and I'm really excited about it, but I love it. And then we've got the longevity, projection. I'm going to give that a 2. Honestly, it does both of those things pretty well, but I feel like I don't want to overstretch it because I know I've got ones that are stronger, so I'm going to go with the 2. And then overall wearability, I'm going to give that one a 3 as well, because as I said, I think it's a signature scent. You can reach for it. You know, maybe you'd smother somebody in the summer, but otherwise I think it's pretty wearable. So let's do some quick math. That's it. This one gets an 8. I'm sorry to ruin your outfit with that ugly little tag. All right. Excuse me, fake champagne. Ooh. Insolence. This is Insolence by Galan, one of my oldies. Beautiful scent. Okay, so this one has the opposite. I would say that's a detriment because it had it so long that I might hurt it in some categories. So an overall scent profile, for me, I'm going to give it a 2. I've just been excited by other things lately. That hurts to say. It's a good one, though. It's got a nice scent profile. Wearability, projection, I think it's probably similar to the Givenchy's, so I said that was a 2. I'm feeling like this is coming in low. And then the overall wearability, how to reach for it, I'm also going to give that a 2. I think it's another one that could be a signature scent. It is very sophisticated, dressy, grown up, so I don't know if it would be like day-to-day office wear kind of thing. So it gets a 6. I feel like that's low. I feel like I'm starting out conservative, and then by the end, I'm going to be like blowing 10s and stuff like that on things that don't deserve it. But here's how we're going. We got a 6. All right. Oh, all right. Delina, exclusive. I also have Delina in here, but this is exclusive. One of my first videos. It's a little close to my heart there. Okay, Delina exclusive. There's a lot of hype around Delina exclusive, and I think it's really worth the hype, to be honest with you. I can't say it's not worth it. It's expensive. It's very expensive. So if you don't spend that much on perfume generally, then yeah, maybe it wouldn't be worth it to you. But as far as the combination of things, so let's go. So for the scent profile is wonderful. It has a really unique scent. It's like powdery, fruity. Oh, I really like it. It's very unique. I have had a couple of other, I know there's some like dupes out there. So I think like, unless you specifically seek out a dupe, this would be kind of a unique scent profile, and I really enjoy it. If I catch it on sweaters and clothes I wear, I'm always happy about it. So I'm going to give that one a 3. Projection is also fabulous. It's kind of bordering on might need a bonus point territory, honestly, for that. I feel so bad ranking it so much higher than these does though, but I think it does need the projection and longevity bonus point, and give it a 4. And then wearability, how often you could wear this. If you have like a no fragrance environment, you can't wear this because it's that strong. But other than that, I think it's dangerous scent worthy. I'm going to give that a 3. So that came out really high. So we've got a 10 for Delina exclusive. I think it's worth it. I don't think that's so disproportionate. All right, so 3 there. We've got Delina exclusive, Givenchy, and Insolence, and that's where we are right now. I'm going to move into the next phase. All right, next round up, we've got Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. My only, I think only celebrity scent. I just pulled the head off. That's not right. I've talked about this one in my sleep video. That's where I wear it most, or as like a bed spray, room spray. I don't wear it on my body a ton. It's a good one though. It's a solid one. As I said, I feel really positive about a lot of things in my collection. So when I say things are like, I don't wear them a ton or meh, it's still a really good fragrance and a good day-to-day fragrance. It's just when I look at everything that I have this year, it tends to just kind of fall on the bottom of that. But let's see where the scores rank it. So as far as the overall scent profile, as I said, I find it pleasant, but it's not, doesn't scream my name. I would not wear it as a signature scent, so I'm going to give it a 1, but it's good. But it's good, but I'm going to give it a 1 for me. Projection and longevity, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, especially for a celebrity scent. It's not a beast mode. It's not an all day. It stinks because I ranked my other ones as 2, and I think this is not as good. But I don't think it's worthy of a 1 either. So I'm going to still give it a 2 for the longevity. And the wearability is good, for sure. I don't reach for it a ton, as I said, just because the number 1 there, the scent profile situation. But it's very wearable, very day-to-day. Could be your signature scent, 3. And that brings it to 6, which is actually tied with Insulin's. Okay, okay. Okay. Ooh. Here is Noir Tropical by Maria Candida Gentile. This is a vanilla fragrance that I got at Pickwick's. I wanted the full bottle. They didn't have it, so I ended up with the travel spray. It's a very boozy tropical vanilla. It's going to be better in the summer. I think it can be worn all year round. Technically, it's a vanilla spray. I got it in late fall, and I haven't gotten to wear it in the summer yet, so I haven't reached for it a ton. I think it's going to get a lot more play when things get warmer here. So anyway, overall scent profile, I'm going to give it a 2. I don't always look for a boozy vanilla. It's kind of niche in my collection, I would say, niche in my collection to want to grab a boozy vanilla like that. So that holds it back a little bit. Projection, longevity, not great. It's okay. It's okay. It's good to smell on yourself. I don't think the projection is fabulous. I might give it a 1 for that. And then wearability, I'm going to give it a 2 too. As I said, I think it's more of a seasonal that you would reach for this, not necessarily a fall, winter, but pretty wearable once you get to those summer months. So that's a 5. See, I tell you, I'm going to get more conservative. I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to be stingier with the scores as it goes on. By the time we get to like my Artemisia there, I'm going to be like 1, 1, 1. Okay. And so here's Lust. And if you've seen my video on Lust, which is the perfume I dare not wear, you have a pretty good idea of where this is going to rank on wearability. This is going to rank lower than it should. I'm so glad I have this. So the issue with Lust, if you haven't seen my video on it or not familiar with Lust by Lush, is that it is an extremely potent jasmine scent. If you like jasmine, really like jasmine, you might like this one. It is extremely strong. And honestly, the dry down on it is good. If you let it, if you can wear it long enough for it to dry down and you don't scrub it off immediately, or if you dare to wear it in the first place. I haven't worn this out yet. So yeah, so scent profile wise, I like it enough to own it. I wanted to own it, so I'm going to say 2. Projection and longevity. Honestly, the longevity I can't even really speak to because I haven't worn it that long yet. Projection is really good, so that's probably a 3. And then the wearability is where I'm going to tank it and give it a goose egg, 0. Comes out with a 5 because I just don't find this one wearable whatsoever. Made a whole video about how not wearable it is. All right. Next 3. We're doing the poisons. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's start with poison. Poison Eau de Toilette. Yeah, I like poison. I like poison. How well the scent profile speaks to me? Probably too much, considering it's 2021 and it's probably very out of fashion. The scent profile still very much speaks to me. So that's a 3. Projection and long wear. Not as much as the original. I've heard that criticism pretty heavily, but I think it's still a strong one for sure. It probably falls between a 2 and a 3. I gave that a 2. I gave that a 2. I'll give it a 3. And then wearability. It does lose some points on wearability just because it does smell so vintage. And also it's not a summer wear for sure. It's probably between a 1 and a 2 on wearability. I'm going to give it a 1. All right. Original Poison gets a 7. I don't think anyone's gotten a 7 yet. It's going to nudge its way right here. Come here. Come here. Boop. There you go. All right. Hypnotic. Hypnotic Poison. It's growing on me. Yeah. This one grows on me. There's a couple that are similar in my collection now that have like that root beery kind of vibe that I like a little bit better. But overall, I found more uses and more wear for Hypnotic Poison than I thought I would after the first time that I sampled it for that week. Okay, so how well it speaks to my heart, scent profile wise, it's growing on me. Probably a 2. It's not exactly right up my alley, so probably a 2. How long wear? I gave Original Poison a 3 for long wear and projection. I'll stick with the same. I'll give that one a 3. And then wearability, I think it's honestly probably more wearable than the Original Poison. I think you could probably wear it year round. I'm gonna give it a 3, I think. Hypnotic's getting an 8. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Should wear you more. It's gonna get crowded over here. Okay, Pure Poison. I should wear this one more. Every time I smell it, I think I should wear it more. So the Pure Poison in my mind, I should show you the bottles too, reminds me a lot of Lovely. I like it better than Lovely. I think it's sweeter than Lovely. It lasts a little longer. It's a little bit more unique, but I think it's very similar. So as far as how well the notes speak to me, it loses some points there because I don't look for that profile very much. It's musky, it's sexy. It's not quite me. So I don't reach for it that much. So for me, it's a 1, but it's a really good fragrance. So I'm not trying to scare you away with that. Just for me, there's scent profiles I like better. Projection, longevity, I think those are really solid. I'm going to stick with the rest of the poisons and give that a 3. And then wearability, it's very wearable for sure. I think it's a year-round one that you could pull off in spring, summer, fall, winter, whatever. It's a classic one every day. Could be a signature scent. I'm going to give it a 3, which gives it another rare 7, tied with the original. Getting the hang of it. It's moving right along, right? I wasn't sure how these numbers how fair this ranking would go, but kind of looking down my line here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Oh, they're starting to stick together. Getting kind of messy, but feeling pretty good about the ranking. Next 3. I don't think I could have picked like 3 more different fragrances if I tried for my next 3. So I've got Olympia, I've got Replica Maison Margiela by the Fireplace, and I have the reformulated Alien. So these have nothing in common. Right next batch here. So Olympia, just a little bit of a disclaimer with Olympia. I got it off Poshmark. I have no idea how old this bottle is. It is, I still get that like saltiness. I get the sexiness. I haven't really, it's supposed to be very strong. Like some people even say like it's too strong, too sexy. I don't get that. But again, this bottle might be pretty old. I have no way of knowing. So it might be hurting. So if you're an Olympia fan and you feel like I'm not ranking it fairly, just take that with a grain of salt. It might be the bottle itself. So as far as the scent profile, I almost never reach for it. It's just not, it's not a hit for me. 0? It's not bad. I have to go with my heart though and say 0. The longevity and projection, I'm going to give it a 1. I know that's not the case for all of them. I've just found it with this bottle. Maybe it's a knockoff. Someone tell me if you think it's a knockoff. And then the wearability, technically I think it's pretty wearable. At least this bottle is. You know, you certainly could wear it out without raising eyebrows, offending people. Maybe that's not true of a bottle that's stronger than mine. But anyway, I'm going to give it a 2 for that one, which gives it a 3. That's my lowest rank one so far. But again, you know, maybe it's fake. Okay, this bottle isn't fun to show off, but this is by the Fireplace. It is a very specific smoky scent that really smells like you are by a fireplace. So I really like this one. When I'm in the mood for it, I'm really in the mood for it. Scent profile, I'm going to give it a 2 because it's just, you know, it's something that I certainly really enjoy. Keeping in mind that there's ones that I'm more in the mood to reach for on any sort of day-to-day basis. Projection, not great. It's okay. People can usually smell it on you, but I think it is more of an intimate kind of scent. I have to give it a 1 here. I'm trying to be fair. I think I have to give it a 1 here because I gave like the Givenchy a 2, and that's way stronger. So I think I have to give it a 1 here. And then wearability, you don't want to smell like a fireplace every single day. That's a 1. Oof, it's a 4. I knew I was going to get stingier. It's a good scent. Boop. Okay. Alien, reformulated. I don't wear this. I should wear it, but I'll tell you why I don't. I have other jasmines that I like better, and when I get to them, I'll talk about them. I think probably this was like the original, the OG jasmine, and I like the jasmine in here, and then I feel like since then, things have gotten better, you know, so thanks for making jasmine so delicious, Alien, but I feel like it gets better. So as far as scent profile, for me, I'm going to give it a 1. Projection, longevity, I think it's good. I know it used to be beast mode. For me, it hasn't been beast mode, but it is pretty good. I'm going to give it a 2. I might get hate for that. And then wearability, I think it is pretty wearable. You know, certainly I think the OG one, or if you overspray it, you're going to be in trouble. But if you're light-handed with it, I think it's pretty seasonally appropriate. I'm going to give it another 2. We're looking at a 5. Yeah, I mean, it's in there with ones that I also like. I like them all. I like them all. That's why we're not decluttering. Refill time. Okay, I got a glass going on here. Pray for me. I don't knock these whole things down. All right. Chanel Chance. Back in my collection, as promised. I was excited to get this back. I haven't been wearing it as much as I thought I would. As excited as I was to get this back in my collection. Maybe this is a tonight fragrance. It's a good New Year's Eve scent, right? A little overdressed for the living room, but I'm already a little overdressed for the living room. Yeah, scent profile. I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. So it's between a 2 and a 3. I'll give it a, I've been so stingy lately. Let's give it a 3. Projection, longevity, it's good. It's good for sure. I'm going to give that a 2. Not beast mode, but it's a solid performer. And wearability, I definitely think this is another signature scent, all year round kind of fragrance. Let's give that a 3. And we're back here with an 8. Yeah. Chanel Chance gets an 8. I think that's appropriate. Come on, fella. I'm going to have to slide that all the way down now. Oop. Okay. My Juliana's Bad Bee. So this is the one that I was kind of talking about, where if I'm in like that jasmine mood, this is the one I more so reach for, because you really get that burst of that jasmine in the opening, and you get about half an hour with it, and then the dry down is something really fabulous. This is one of my favorites. I did a whole video. You can watch it. So scent profile, love it. I almost want to give it a 4 on my bonus one. I've been pretty stingy with the bonuses. We'll stick with 3. If you have any tiebreakers, I might push it up. It's definitely a strong performer too, so that's a 3. Wearability, yeah, I think this is going to be either a 2 or a 3. It's not a beach scent, you know, but I think it's an all year round performer. It's a 2 or a 3. I've been so stingy. I really like it. Let's give it a 3. We're looking at a 9. Do I have any 9s? I don't have any 9s yet. Okay. Second place, right behind Alina Exclusive. And I think I'm missing one. Okay. All right, Killian. This is my only Killian and my first Killian. This is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. I got it during the Sephora sale. Guys, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I like it, but is it boring? I don't know. I don't know what my deal is. I feel like I should like it more than I do because I smell it and it's extremely pleasant and marshmallowy. It just doesn't do a lot for me. Maybe it reminds me of something and I can't put it together, but I just don't reach for it very often, even though I find the smell vaguely pleasant. 1 for scent profile. I don't think it projects that well. I don't think it lasts that well. I feel like I'm trashing this one. It really is. It's a pleasant scent. Honestly, I think if I was a teen, this would be like my vibe. I would be like smothering myself in this. Maybe like a Bath and Body Works kind of body spray, but it's expensive to do that with. And then wearability, it's really wearable. It's barely noticeable, so it's very wearable. Sorry. 3? That pumps it up a little bit. That gives it a 5. I think it might be ranked a little bit high for me, but again, it's a good one. I don't know what my problem is. It's just not for me, but 5. I got my OG. What am I? Second oldest, maybe. I don't know if which one's older, this one or Insolence. They're comparable for age, but here's Burberry Brit. I do like Burberry Brit. I have not worn it in a bit. I used to wear the heck out of it, so it's just another one like Insolence where I got a little bored of it, so I don't wear it very much anymore. I think it was new to my collection. I probably would wear it more than I do. Okay, let's just dive into the numbers. Scent profile, how well it speaks to me. I like it. I'm going to give it a 2. Wearability, projection, longevity, also pretty good. I haven't worn it too much recently, so I might be lowballing it here, but I'm going to give it a 2. And then wearability, it's another signature scent, kind of businessy, but I think it's a good day to day. It's probably between a 2 and a 3 there. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Go 3. It gets a 7. Yeah, I feel good about that 7. Okay. Metro Garden by Blue Hill. I talked about this one in my shop local. It's pretty. This is probably the freshest floral that I have and wear in my collection. It's not actually my usual, and but I still find it refreshing. I still really like it. Scent profile wise, let's give it a 2. Projection, longevity, pretty solid. I'm going to give those a 2. And wearability, it's a nice all year round one. I mean, winter probably not as much, but spring, fall, summer would all be pretty good fits for Metro Garden. So 2 or 3. Let's give it a 3. Again, benefit of the doubt. I might bring it up a little. That brings it to a 7. Yeah, 7, 7, 7. 7s are getting crowded. Okay. Giuliana's Perfume Aurora. This is their take on Baccarat Rouge 540. This was really great when you like catch it on like a sweater or something like that. Like I almost like the day 2 of this better than the day 1. I just so rarely have a day 2 because I usually wash everything I wear the first time I wear it. Is that wasteful? Maybe, but I usually don't carry things on for more than a day. But anyway, scent profile wise, it's probably a 2. Yeah, probably a 2. Longevity and projection, probably also a 2. It's a nice strong performer. It's an X-straight. It does a good job. I would say it's probably comparable to my Givenchy that I ranked a 2, so it's 2. And then wearability, it's an all year round one, unless you're in a place where there's so much Baccarat Rouge that it's not wearable because you don't want to smell like that anymore. I think it's pretty wearable. So I'm going to give it a 3 there. We're looking at another 7. Am I in a 7 rut here? I'm going to break the 7 rut. My next round, I think, is going to break that 7 rut right now. Yeah, say your prayers, 7, because next we have Follow by Kerosene. And this is my mood right now, my vibe. Do people still say vibe in 2022? We're going to have a new word for it, I think. But Kerosene has been my jam this last month. So, yeah, it's going to benefit from that for sure. But this is a fabulous coffee scent. Please watch my other videos on it if you're curious, because it's a wonderful brand. I'm very excited about it. So scent profile wise, yeah, it's a 3. Projection, longevity, also a 3. These things really last. They smell great. So good. Wearability, follow. Yeah, I would say it's either a 2 or a 3. Sometimes you don't want a coffee scent at night. Sometimes you don't want a coffee scent in the summer. So let's give it a 2, which will give me an 8. I think that's appropriate. I think 8 is appropriate. I kind of want to give it higher, but 8's good. 8's good. All right. And Delina. Yeah, Delina. I have a mixed history. I know this is a passe to like Delina. I keep Delina in my purse. If I'm not wearing a fragrance or whatever I was wearing is gone, I just respray with Delina, and I know I'm in good shape. I think, whatever. Even if it's passe, people don't like Delina anymore, I still like it. I think it's a crowd pleaser. Anyway, sun profile wise, it's a 3. It projects like crazy. Probably should be a 4, but I'm gonna give it a 3. And then wearability, I also think it's a nice year-round fragrance for sure. Yeah, anytime. I'm giving Delina a 9. Fight me. It's a good one. Ooh. All right, and okay, another new one in my collection. This is Armani C. This is the original C, or reformulated probably, because they all are, right? But it's not. I know there's a lot of flankers for it. This is just like C, though. I had a sample of C. I'm gonna spray it. And it's like a wine, vanilla, sweet scent. It's very pleasant. I want to wear it more than I have been wearing. I think the scent profile does match up with me pretty well. I'm not sure why I haven't been reaching for it a ton. See, it smells nice. It smells nice right now. I kind of wish I had a candle of it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to give it a 2 for scent profile. That might be a little bit of a low ball. I really do like the scent profile. Projection, longevity. I haven't worn it a ton, so it's hard for me to say. I do think it's probably a 1, though. It doesn't seem like a long laster, at least in this form. And then wearability. Yeah, I think it's a nice year-round, pleasant, crowd-pleasing scent. I'm going to give it a 3 for 6. 6 seems a little low, but I can't say too much more about it because I haven't worn it a ton. So you're a 6. We'll see how it looks. Maybe you'll be a good performer for me in 2022. Oh my God, these next 3. I want to wear all 3 of these today. Yeah. Oh wait, so I'm talking too far away from my microphone. Anyway, the next 3, very excited for all 3 of these. Perfumes are great, aren't they? Anyway, my top of the moment, Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. Oh, you need to smell this one. I know I talk about like my kids' opinion, like my perfume is just whack. But even they like this one. It's just that delicious. It's so good. It's just this lemon cookie tea. So good. Love it. I'm going to give this a rare bonus point for the scent profileness and give it a 4 for how much joy it brings me for the scent profile. Projection, longevity is also really solid, 3. I think the wearability is also worth a 3 because it is such a crowd-pleasing kind of scent. You know, I think you could wear this all year round. Gourmands, I know, have their moments, so, you know, maybe you wouldn't wear a gourmand out to a high elegant, but I don't think that's enough to pull it back and say that it's not a 3 for wearability. It's very crowd-pleasing, very wearable. We are having another 10 moment here, tied with Delina exclusive. I think that's appropriate. That's your butt. Put it on your butt. Ah, a classic. Coco Chanel, my favorite Chanel. So grown, you know, it's so grown, so classic. You're dressed up if you're wearing this. Even if you're wearing like a t-shirt and jeans, you put this on, you're dressed up now. That's how I feel about it. It's so classy. Yeah, it speaks to my heart. It's a 3 for a matchup in my opinion on the scent profile. It projects, it lasts long. 3, yeah, 3. Wearability, I'm going to give it a 2 because it is so classy dressed up. You can't wear it to the beach. And that gives it an 8. 8's pretty crowded. I'm going to like, so you know, like I know you can't see what I'm doing over here. So I will like, you know, pan down the whole line when I'm done. So no worries there. Actually, I don't know if I've talked about this one for you yet. This is, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. This is Lancome's private collection, their Maison Lancome collection. La Arte Oud. I got this spontaneously. I was at like a Macy's and I went to the Lancome counter and I was like, do you have anything from the private collection? And they had this and it was kind of dinged up, so they gave me a good price on it. I really like it. I find it really wearable, honestly. It reminds me a lot of Oud Bouquet, which if you've seen my videos on that, you know, I also really love. But I do find this one like a little bit more wearable. I think it's got like a sharpness to it, which maybe people wouldn't love. Maybe it's that rose that's like a little screechy, but I think it's like a nice screechy. Anyway, not to prattle on and do a full review, but I haven't reviewed it yet, so. Let's give it a 2 for my scent profile. Well, longevity and projection, it's similar to Oud Bouquet, so that's definitely a 3. And wearability, I'm going to give it a 2 because just like Oud Bouquet, it's not an everyday, not a warm weather kind of thing either. So that gives us a, oh no, we're back in our 7 rut. 7. 7's too crowded. Ah. So you just fell. I'll fix that and we'll be back with the next 3. I'm like out of breath. Just count as a workout. My New Year's resolution to get perfume themed workouts, moving bottles around. Next 3. Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. I have this in a travel spray. It's a great one. It's a unisex. It's warm and sexy, and it keeps me honestly from getting other tobacco scents because I always think in the back of my mind, but I have this one. I don't need another tobacco scent. Please recommend a tobacco scent to me. I want more than one, but it's just done so well. Profile. Yeah, I really like it. I'm going to give it a 3. I really like the profile. It's going to lose points later on other things anyway. Projection, longevity. This is a good one. Tom Fords don't always project and last. I think this one does. I was going to say it's like a 2. That's where I put the Givenchy. That's where I put some of the other guys. So I'm going to put it as a 2. Oh God, we're going to end up with another stupid 7, aren't we? Wearability. I think it loses points on wearability because it is such a specific scent. It is a very warm, I would say fall, winter. I don't think you'd be in good shape for a spring, summer with this one. So no, actually it's going to end up as a 6 because I'm going to give it a 1 for the wearability. And there you go. Oh, this is getting scary. B. Zoologist B. Man, I was so excited when I bought this one. I'm such a coward, right? Am I a coward? It's a bummer. Anyway, I like B. I was very excited to bring it home. And the profile is fabulous. It's great. So I'm going to give it a 2. It's probably between a 2 and a 3 for the profile. I really like it. It does project. That's probably the problem. It does last. Yeah, let's give it a 2 there. Where it loses points is the wearability. And again, maybe just because I'm a coward, honestly. If the initial burst of it is very strong, and I think some of the reactions in my family may be nervous to wear it out. But I'm going to make a really strong push for this one in 22. I think the dry down on it is beautiful. I think it's such a unique scent. I'm going to try harder with this one. It doesn't score very well for me this year, but if it comes in as an underdog, I've got a 5. It's going to beat out a couple of others. I'm going to try harder. That's a resolution for me. Try harder with B in 22. Oh, I'm running out of space. All right, Tom Ford, Noir, Perfume. Beautiful. This was such a go-to for me before I got into fragrances, and it has stayed that way. So like some things that were go-tos to me before I got into fragrances have sort of fallen by the wayside as I've gotten excited about other things. Not the case with Tom Ford Noir. I am still wearing this constantly. So scent profile-wise, it's a 3. I think it projects well. I think it lasts well. I know it's not the case for everybody, but it definitely does for me. It's between a 2 and a 3. Let's give it a 2. And then wearability. I find it very wearable. It's one that I would say, it's not a beach scent for sure, but I did wear it in the summer. I wore it anyway. Or I think it's wearable. I'm going to give it a 3. We were ending up with an 8. That's where it belongs. Belongs with the 8s. Oh, my tray is getting very anemic. I think I've only got maybe another 3 rounds in me. So another round of seltzer and another round of perfumes. Coming right up. Aura De Sensual by Mugler. I have a dedicated video on this one about how much I enjoy it. It was a blind buy for me that worked out very well. I just find this to be really feminine and pretty and wearable. It hasn't gotten as much play in the winter. I think it is probably more of a spring, summer. So as things have gotten colder, I haven't worn it as much, but I could spray this on my coat and I bet it would be pretty. In fact, I'll probably make a couple of tries for that in January and get this back in the rotation. It's fallen off a little bit since the weather cooled down. It's a good one. Scent profile, let's give it a 2. Projection, longevity, it's pretty strong there. I might even give it a 3. And wearability, I think it's a good, as I said, all year round one. I think about it more when it's warmer, but I think it would also work in the cool weather. Let's give it a 3. We're getting an 8. We're getting an 8 for Aura. I'm going to need longer arms. Okay. And, Obscuratio. I love her. I love it. She's not much of a her. This is so unisex. This is probably, I don't know if it's my most unisex because Tobacco Vanille and some other guys in there are probably very unisex, but Obscuratio, I think maybe even was more intended for fellas, but it just speaks my name. I love it. It's like muted, but powerful, if that makes any sense. You know, it projects, but it's just so well blended and natural smelling that it's a moment. It's an emotion. I did a video. I'm getting off track. Okay. Scent profile. I love it. I almost want to give it a 4 because I love it so much. Yeah, let's give it a 4. Who's gonna fight me? Projection and longevity, also really good. I'm gonna give it a 3. And wearability, I think it's actually even more of like a summer night kind of vibe. I want to say it's a 3. Yeah, this is another 10. We're getting another 10. 10 in the house, tied with my other top fellas. Okay. Love it. Love it. Okay. This is Narciso Rodriguez for her. This is the Eau de Toilette. I got this on sale at Macy's the same day I got that Maison Lancôme. I haven't worn it a ton. So this is another one where I'm going to make a push in like spring of 22 to see how much I enjoy wearing it. So I might lowball it for now. Don't hate me. And then as I get to know it better, maybe the score will evolve when I do the same video at the end of 22. Anyway, so scent profile, it's very flowery to me. I like it. I haven't reached for it a ton. I think it probably would be pretty wearable, but scent profile wise, I have to give it like a 1. It sounds like I hate it when I say 1, but that's not the case. It's just not quite up my alley. Longevity and projection, it's a big, I don't know. But I'm just to be fair, I'm just gonna give it like a 2. But I don't know. I really haven't worn it that much. And then wearability, it's a flowery one. I don't think it's going to work in like December where, you know, it is right now. I think it'd probably be a good spring, summer. Let's just be fair and give it a 2. It's a 5. But again, there's a lot of asterisks on that 5. Just knowing that I lack experience and will hopefully be getting more in 2022. We have 2. I thought we had 2. We have 2 rounds left. I see we've got 6 or 7 more. We got like 2 rounds left. Just bear with me. We're almost there. I got 7 left, so this round's going to have 4, and then we're going to finish with 3, and we will do our final ranking. Okay, Oud Bouquet. Love it. Love Oud Bouquet. I will tell you, just to be honest, it did drop off my rotation just a little bit after that time that I sprayed it for that work event, and it choked me to death. It took a little bit for like that trauma to wear off because it's just that strong. But I still am going to give it a 3 for how well it matches up with my individual profile. I'm going to give it the bonus point, the 4, for the projection and the longevity. Watch out for Oud Bouquet. And wearability, yeah, that's the factor there. I want to say it's probably a 2. I think I would probably wear this all year round. You got to be careful with it though. So I think I'm going to give it a 2. Yeah, okay. That gives it a 9, a rare 9. I haven't had that many 9s. I think this fits in. It's not a perfect 10. But it's really close. Okay, some Tom Fords. Here's Bitter Peach. I did a video on Bitter Peach. It's a nice scent. This is one where like some of the criticism launched at Tom Ford about them being overpriced, not like lasting that long and whatnot, I think is pretty valid. Particularly because I like it mixed with things better than I like it on its own. It's kind of like a fruit salad. Where my other fruity perfumes benefit from having this like bitter peach edge to it. But I don't necessarily reach for it on its own very often like I do my other Tom Fords. Does that make sense? So profile wise, I'm going to give it a 1. It smells good on its own. It's just okay. Projection and longevity, it really suffers there. I think I'm lowballing this one, but I'm giving it a 1. Wearability, it's pretty wearable. I don't think it does have like that bitter, like a little bit of a spoiled edge to it, but I still think technically if somebody could actually smell it on you, it's kind of crowd pleasing. So I don't know. It's not a 3 is too perfect. I'm going to give it a 2. Oh, 4. That seems low. Sorry, Bitter Peach. It's okay. I gave By the Fireplace a 4 too, and I really like that one. And knocked it down. Careful. Lost Cherry. Lost Cherry, we like it better. Okay. Lost Cherry I wear all the time. I don't want a $400 bottle of it. But I do wear it a lot. I think I probably will have to replace this travel size at some point because I do wear it quite a bit. It's another one where I throw it in my purse and I've got it and I know I've got a nice, easy to wear, crowd pleasing scent available to me. I really like the profile of it. I'm going to give it a 3 for that. I also think that it wears pretty well too. I know, again, the Tom Fords get some hate for that. I think this one really sticks, particularly in my hair and my clothes. I think it lasts. The dry down turns a little bit more vanilla. You lose a little bit of that cherry, but I think it does last. I'm going to give it a 2 though. It's not a beast. And wearability, I think it's very wearable. As I said, I would wear this all year round. I think it's crowd pleasing. We're going to end up with a 3 there. Overall score of 8. It's a good one. I have no room. Okay. And Lulu. Lulu. I might get yelled at for lowballing Lulu. I just don't wear Lulu. I'm glad I have it. I might wear it. I might wear it. I just don't. I haven't. I haven't, but I might. Scent profile. I like it because it's nostalgic. I don't necessarily like it because I find it very something that I would love to be excited to wear because I haven't worn it. So I have to unfortunately give it a 1. I think it does last though. Like what I've sprayed on it, like for the Saved by the Sniff video, it did last. Like it was the one that was like still kicking hours later. So I think the projection and the longevity are good. Probably let's give it a 2. And wearability, that's where I think it's just so nostalgic and specific. At least to me, I don't find it super wearable. So that's hurting it. Ooh, another 4. Another 4. I mean, I think that's fair. If I wear it more, again, I might have more to say about it. But right now, I'm just not wearing it a ton. Last round. We got our last round. All right, let's finish strong. And we will go through the whole ranking and see where we land. I'm undecided if I'm going to like keep this stuff on all throughout the night and eat chicken wings in my gown and pearls, or if I'm going to be like changing into sweatpants. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, last 3. Real excited about all of these. These are some favorites. Yeah, so let's do, this is Artemisia. I reviewed this in my Saks video. I had a sample of it and I ordered the full bottle. Actually, it was a Christmas present from my mommy. It's a cute one. I like the bottle. I like her. I'm glad I have her. Scent profile wise, I really like the scent profile of Artemisia. As I said, it's got like this like vintage caramel, which is so weird. Very feminine and sophisticated. It's another like maybe for a tonight situation. So I'm going to give that a 3. Where I have to tank it is the longevity and projection. I have to work like hell to enjoy this fragrance. It's unfair. I'm gonna like write an angry letter to Penhaligon's and say, for the love of Pete, make an intense version or something, because I should not have to work this hard to enjoy the fragrance. I'm like sniffing my hair. I'm like, oh, you know, it's hard. It's a hard knock life trying to smell my freaking Artemisia. 1. I should give it a 0, but that hurts too much. I'm gonna give it a 1. And then wearability, I think it's a good year-round one. It is, I said, pretty and sophisticated and a little dressy. So maybe it should lose some points for that. Yeah, I think I'm still going to give it a 3 for wearability. 7, I think, is a little bit of a low ball. But you know what? You deserve that, Penhaligon's, for just not being more projecting, long-wearing. Fix yourselves. Fix yourselves. Okay, Clive Christian. This is C for women. My insane blind buy. It's another maybe for tonight. This kind of outfit, the pearls, absolutely calls for a Clive Christian, right? I really like the scent. I really like the scent. It's definitely up my alley. I'm going to give it a 2 because it's one that I absolutely always feel like it's actually very wearable. It'll get some points there. Despite how fancy it is very wearable. But there are other ones that like I just have to like pick up and smell. You know, like my kerosenes that I get extra points for. So I'm going to give it a 2 for the scent profile. I'm going to give it, it projects well, it lasts well. I'm going to give it a 3 there. And then for wearability, I think it's very wearable. It's a year-rounder one. Don't wear it to the beach. It's not like that. But I think it's still, you could wear it seasonally. Like you could wear it out at night or you could wear it to someplace where you're not like burning on the beach. I always say the beach, but you know, there's other things to do in the summer. It's not sporty, but I think it's very wearable and easy reach for something that's not expensive. It's good that it's an easy reach. We got an 8. We got a well-deserved 8. Thank goodness. I'm out of room on the 8s. And, okay. Last one. Scandal by Night. This is a crowd pleaser like, whoa. Every time I wear this one, I get compliments. It's just so sweet and fruity. It's an easy one. It's an easy one. Scent profile. I might give it a 3. Yeah, I might give it a 3. It's actually not my usual. It's so sweet and fruity, and you'll see that like the other ones that I ranked highly for my scent profile are not usually sweet and fruity. But if it's going to be sweet and fruity, it's going to be this guy. 3. Projects well, lasts well. I get compliments on it. 3. And then wearability. I haven't reached for it a ton in the winter, but if you wanted a sweet one for the winter, I think it works, especially for like date night. It's probably a 2 or a 3 there. Let's just give it a 3, and we are looking at a 9. I don't have too much in the 9s. Oh, I didn't even write 9. 9. Okay. They're all ranked. So now I'm going to turn my camera around, take you through them all, and finish up with my high to low ranking. Have you been paying attention? Do you know where we're going to land here? See you in a sec. I feel like this is a very scary way to use my camera, and I'm not sure if it's working, but let's give it a try. All right, in the 10s, my top ranked. I can't really rank one queen here because I have 3 queens. Obscuratio by L'Artisan Perfumer. This is awkward as all get out. I apologize. Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. And a Delina Exclusive by Perfume de Marley are all my top 3 queens of 2021. Yay! You might be also seeing my husband's perfumes over here. Ignore them. They don't count. All right. Then we've got, in my 9 category, Oud Bouquet, Delina, Bad Bee. Oh, come here. Oh, that's it. I only have 3 in that category. Oh, no, and Scandal. Scandal by Night. Are all my 9s. My 8s, we have Tom Ford Lost Cherry, Kerosene Follow, Chanel Chance, Hypnotic Poison, Tom Ford Noir Parfum, Clive Christian C for Women. Oh, this is a big one. Aura de Sensual, Coco Mademoiselle. Oh gosh, Coco Chanel, Givenchy L'Interdit. That's totally pronounced wrong, as per. And then in the 7s, how's this? Is this better? In the 7s, we have Aurora by Juliana's Perfume, Metro Garden by Blue Hill, L'Artre de Oud from Maison Lancôme, pronouncing that wrong, Burberry Brit, the original Poison de Toilette, and Pure Poison. Oop, sorry, and you. And Artemisia. All right, we're getting to the bottom ones here. In the 6s, we have Armani C. Doesn't stand up very well. Tom Ford, Tobacco Vanille. Sarah Jessica Parker, It's Lovely. Guerlain's Insolence. In the 5s, we have Narciso Rodriguez For Her. Zoology B. I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Kilian. Gosh, how do you pronounce that? Maria Candide Gentiles, Noir Tropical. Sorry, I just had to make sure I had all those words correctly. Lush Lust, the Reformulated Alien. I'm like out of breath again. And then in the 4s, we have Maison Margiela's Replica by the Fireplace, Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, Lulu, and then Olympia. I almost feel like it shouldn't count to like have this bottle because, as I said, it's like shady from Poshmark. So yeah, so my underdogs, I think I'm gonna have them as a whole category. Sorry for this camera angle. My underdogs are gonna be Olympia. We'll see. As I said, it might just not be a great bottle. Alien, Lulu, Bitter Peach, and By the Fireplace. Those are all my underdogs for 2022. So thank you so much for bearing with me on this video. And I know it's ending kind of awkwardly because I'm holding my Osmo, which I don't normally do, and it feels like it might break. So I'm going to kind of wrap this up quickly. Hopefully you enjoyed my tour de force through my perfumes for 2021. I wish you all a very safe, healthy 2022. What did you buy this year? What are your tops? What are your underdogs? What are you excited for in 22? Very interested in hearing about it. If you enjoyed this tour and this ranking and agree with me or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoy all matter of fragrance content, blind buys, hauls, rankings, reviews, please subscribe to Second is the Best. That is all for this one. I'm going to go change, I think. I will see you in the next one. Happy New Year.